Hello there, and welcome back to Pallegney. It's a fiery winter sunrise here on the farm, and we have plenty to get done today. The first on our list is going to be finishing off the grass field that we mowed last month. So we're going to dry, windrow and bale up the grass, and then we're going to feed it straight to our pellet maker. Speaking of the pellet maker, we're going to go rent it for the year. We're going to turn all the hay and straw bales in our storage into pellets. And then I'm not sure what else is on the list. We will find something to do. I think we can sell our bread this month. Our trailer's fully loaded, ready to offload it, so we can sell that off. And then we will see what else we can do. So first of all, let's start off by checking our animals. So reproductions for our chickens with the rooster. He's definitely having fun in there with the chickens. They are all at 50% reproduction. So I would imagine that next month they will have plenty of babies. How are our goats doing? So our goats are 20% reproduction. Now we have just one goat here is 20% reproduction, and these are 0% reproduction. Does that make sense? I actually don't know. Strange that this goat has now separated from the other three and is now reproducing, yet the other three goats aren't. I wonder if that's something to do. I wonder if each goat needs its own male goat. I'm not sure. We will keep an eye on that. Anyways, they have enough grass for now, and our chickens have enough. I would say they have enough grain for now. Yeah, it says 2,100 per month, and they currently have 2,300. So let's move straight on to renting our windrower and our Primos 5000. We'll go over to the store. Okay, so let's rent that then. Okay. And then let's go back to tethers, so 10.3 meters. We want something that's as close to that as possible. Let's go into here. We'll rent this. And that can be our small tractor's job. And then if we go into, I think it's under miscellaneous, our Primos 5000 pellet machine. It's this one here. So it will refill the supplies automatically. We'll rent that. And we'll also rent the bale shredder. Okay, so usual whip over the fence. And let's head over to the vehicle store. December, January and February, it's going to be snowing all the way up. Today it's going to be, or this month, it's going to be snowing up from 10 all the way through till 8 o'clock. Okay, well, that's not really what I was hoping for. But let's get the drying done while we can. And maybe we'll have to wait till next month to use the Primos. Or maybe we'll just have to accept the penalty. I don't know. The thing is, if it was actually harvesting, I'd be more inclined to accept the penalty if I really needed to do it. But because it's a fault and bug with the game, given that I'm working indoors, I'm just less inclined to let the game win in that way. Anyways, let's get the tedding done. We'll go around the headland here, and then we'll grab the baler and the windrower. We'll park up the Primos, and we'll figure out what we're going to do about the snow. Maybe I'll skip through to next month once I have set everything up and collected all the hay off of this field. I'll check the sale price for the bread, and then maybe I'll just skip through to next month and we'll go from there. We will see. Anyways, I'll get this done and I will come back to you shortly. Okay, so thought I could muscle my way through that bale, but apparently not. But that's okay. We have pretty much finished windrowing and collecting the bales. Let's just spit the final two out of the back there and fold the back of the baler up. That's that taken care of. And let's just quickly disconnect this. We'll return the windrower. And we'll just connect the tractor directly to the baler. How many bales did we get? Let's take a look. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Wow, we got 13 more bales. That's not bad at all. So, 13 more bales for our pellet pulverizer. And what I'm going to do is get our baler parked back in the vehicle shed. Then I'm going to put the front load on the small tractor, get those bales collected up. And I'm also going to check the sale price of our bread that's sitting out there getting soggy for a second time this season. At least it's frozen this time, right? If you freeze it, it keeps fresh. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, nice soggy, frozen, fresh bread, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not the fresh part, but don't tell Kochi Express that, otherwise they won't buy it from me. Okay, let's disconnect the baler. Let's quickly check the price of bread. And where are we? Bread is here, still increasing. 3,192 at Farmer Wholesale, 3,270 at the supermarket. So that's a pretty good price. I think the next job should be to load up whatever bread is outside the bakery and get it sold off at the supermarket while it's at its premium price. There's one little space left in here, specially made for 2 pallets facing lengthways. Looks like one of them is trying to escape, but it's too late, Mr. Bread Pallet. You're going to the supermarket, whether you like it or not. Okay, let's get these ones strapped down. And that, I think, is just exactly what we need. So, 30,000 litres of bread at 3,270 euros per 1,000 litres. This is our second biggest haul of bread since we started the game. I know there was one year, I think it was our second year, where we had 50,000 litres. Don't quite know how we managed to get to 50,000 litres, but we somehow did. And we're usually at around 22 to 24,000. But this year we seem to have a little more, so 30,000. And let's get ourselves over to the supermarket, which is this building on the left here. And there we go, we are offloading our bread. And 98,000 plus 15,000 environmental score. So 115,000 euros there from selling our bread. What a fantastic income. And don't know how much flour is left in the bakery. We'll check that in just a second to see how much more bread we're expecting this season. Let's take a look now. We'll switch off the zone markers. And how much bread do we have? There's not much left in there. That's okay. Alright, so what's up next? Let's disconnect our trailer from the big tractor. We'll connect it up to the small tractor. And we'll go back over to the field that we have the bales in. And we'll get the bales picked up. 13 bales ready to be pulverized once the weather improves a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do next is unload the potato processing. I'm going to do a quick sanity check just to make sure what I'm thinking is correct. So let's do this. Let's grab our big tractor. We'll hook it up to the Primos. We'll get it unfolded, and that bale that's on the front of the small tractor at the moment, we can load that onto the feed table, ready to be pulverized when we're able to, and then we can turn our attention to potato processing. And what I'm going to do is unload the potato processing because I want to get rid of some of that starch just to free up the storage space. Okay, a quick break in the time lapse just to admire this very neatly stacked, very, very full trailer. Look at that. We are 4 length by 3 wide by 3 high. So that's 4, 8, 12. There's that 36 pallets we have on there. Yeah, 9, 18, 27, 36 pallets on our trailer. I'm surprised that the tires haven't burst completely. Anyway, let's get this into our storage, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to unload the rest of the starch. It is just starch coming out of the potato processing. I'll load up the starch. I'll get the starch out of the storage that we've just put in there, and then we'll take it over to the sell point because it's at its premium sell price. I think there are probably 22 more pallets to go. I think that's about right. Okay, let's get this sold off. Let's see how much we're going to get. Okay, so it's not bad. 42,000 euros. Essentially for what is a byproduct of our other productions. So that's not bad at all. Thinking now, what we should do is just skip through to January. Hopefully the snow has gone away, or I don't really care if the snow's gone away, but hopefully it's stopped snowing at the very least, and we can continue with the pellet pulverizing. Okay, Happy New Year to you from Pallegney. It's a bright January morning here. The snow has stopped and it didn't settle on the ground. However, we do have more snow forecast for today. So let's do a quick weather check and see how we're looking. So we're getting snow at 10 o'clock all the way through until 4 o'clock. So whip over the fence. Let's get moving with our pellet pulverizing. Let's quick check of the animals. They don't have any grain left actually, so we'll need to feed the animals. Okay, let's jump in our trailer. Okay, let's do this. We'll start pulverizing the hay into pellets, and once that's underway, we'll quickly feed the chickens, and then we will continue and get as much done as we possibly can before the snow arrives, and then we'll skip through the day to when the snow stops, and we'll continue with the palletizing then. Okay, quick break in the time lapse. I've decided to occupy myself by using the crane, the warehouse crane, to restock the potato processing plant with some potatoes. I thought I may as well do this while there's nothing else to do, and the palletizer, Primos 5000, is processing the hay pellets. So I will busy myself with this and alternate between loading this up, stacking bales onto the feed table for the Primos, and unloading the warehouse. Should keep us occupied nicely until we've done all the bales. Just need to remember exactly how to operate the machine. I got quite proficient at it last year when I was using it, but I seem to have forgotten how to use it, so just need to reacquaint myself with the controls. I will get there. Okay, so we've had our first mishap of the pallets. Sure you saw it in the time lapse, but I'm just going to take everything we have on the trailer over to the sell point just to offload it and reset the trailer, because I cannot be bothered to tidy the trailer up. It's become a bit of a mess. So let's get these sold off. I'm sure they're still at a good price, so we'll see how much we get for our first load here. Pretty sure that trailer that pallet that's on its side won't sell. Yeah, of course it won't. Okay, so 55,000 for our first load and another 3,000, so 60,000 euros off of that first trailer load of pellets. Let's get back over to the warehouse and continue. Okay, so we have a full trailer of potatoes which we're going to dump into the potato processing. And then I think we're going to skip through till when the snow stops so that we can continue with the palletizing. The pallet production has stopped because we've run out of pellets. So skipping through to when the snow stops is a pretty good idea once we've unloaded this. I think we've probably got one more trailer load of potatoes in the warehouse, and I'm aiming to get them unloaded as soon as possible, just so that we've got the warehouse clear and we know exactly how many potatoes we have to get through before we need to plant some more. The sun is coming out, and that is always a good sign when it's snowing, so I'm going to take that as a sign the snow is about to stop and continue loading up the pellet pulverizer. I would really like to get this done today so I don't have to pay an extra month's rental on the pulverizer and table feed, but I'm thinking that maybe we can afford to buy this year, because we're going to have at least 2 more trailer loads of pellets, which is going to give us the needed 330,000 or so that we need. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it's about 330,000. We don't have any other major purchases, so 2 more trailer loads and we'll easily be able to afford to buy the Primos 5000. So we will continue with the pellet making, and I will once again see you very shortly. Okay, quick break in the time lapse with a progress update. We are making great progress loading our potatoes into the trailer. Don't think we have too much more left to go. Let's take a quick look around. Yeah, there's only a little pile left in the corner there. I'm hoping I can fit them all in this trailer, and I'm not going to have to come back and start another trailer. And once we have cleared these, we'll put them all into our potato processing, and then we'll take stock and see how much we have in total in our potato processing, and we can estimate how long that's going to last us. I think we should be okay not to plant any potatoes this year, and that's really good because we can fill the fields with corn and sugar beets instead. Sugar beets aren't really worth that much money, but we need them for the VIP contract, and corn we can use in our potato processing for potato soup. Okay, so another 21,000, almost 22,000 litres of potatoes, so that made it about 55,000 litres extra we had in the warehouse. I've just noticed there that our extra greenhouse, we didn't set it to distributing, so it's just pumping the products out the side of the greenhouse there. We'll have to get those shipped over to the potato processing and set the greenhouse up properly. Let's do that now. Let's go to the greenhouse and set it up properly. And what we can also do is check our total number of potatoes in potato processing. Looks like I went past it. Okay, so let's see. It looks like, so we are out of flour for bread production. Let's turn that off. Now we're missing material, so we're missing onions by the looks of it. Okay, so we go down to the bottom here. We'll set everything to distributing. I'll just leave that on storing in case we ever do use it. Let's check our potato processing. So total number of potatoes, 489,000 litres. Going to check how much we have left at the beginning of next month and then the month after, so we can see how many we're going through per month, and then we can get a rough estimate of how long our stockpile is going to last us. It needs to last us about 18 months if we're not going to plant any potatoes this year. It needs to go through, yeah, until September, so more than 18 months at this point. We'll see. Okay, so we have a trailer full of hay pellets, and we have 2 on the front of the forklift. Let's go over to the sell point and get these offloaded. Now I wonder how much we are going to get for them. We need 320,000 to purchase the Primos 5000 outright. So how much are we going to get here? So there is 12,500. And now for the main. Okay, so we have enough to purchase the Primos 5000 outright at this point. Also with a little bit left over, so I'm thinking that's what I might do. It's definitely going to be a mainstay of our farm going forward. I think it makes sense to purchase it, even though it is an absolutely huge purchase. The thing I'm deciding on is whether to finish off these bales first, because if I do buy the pellet maker, I'm going to have to return the rental, and then I'm going to have to go get the machine I purchased, and I'm going to have to set it all up again. Maybe I should finish what I'm doing here first, and once I'm done, then I should just buy both of the tools at once. I think I'm going to continue for now, as long as we return the pellet maker by the end of this month. And what I could do is just quickly sell off those 2 pallets there, then we'll definitely have enough money for both the Primos and the feed table. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll get these 3 bales loaded up, we'll get those 2 sold off, and then we can purchase both machines. Okay, so on our way over to the sell point with these 2 pallets, I think this should give us enough money to purchase both the Primos and the feed table. Yeah, what I might do is wait until next month in the slight hope, the minuscule chance that one of those 2 machines or even both of them come into the sale. In the meantime, let's pick up these pallets from the greenhouse and get them taken over to our potato processing. I was wondering why the onions were still running out even though we built an extra greenhouse, and this is why, because we didn't set it to distributing. So we've got 700 litres of onions ready to go into potato processing, and that will enable our productions to restart. I think it's a good idea just to leave it here for this episode. I'm going to leave the rest of the hay pellets for next year. We don't need the money right now, so let us get rid of the Primos 5000, the rental, and we'll get rid of the bale shredder as well. So that's both of those sent back. And then what I will do is call it a day for this episode. First thing next month, we'll go and purchase those 2 machines, the Primos and the table feed, and then they will both be ours for the keeping. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've made some good money, made some good progress. If you are enjoying following along, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. But until then, bye for now.